Hello, friends. I hope you all are doing great. Dear friends, in this existing scenario of the global arena, the Indian economy has actually been faring quite well, as all of us are quite aware of this particular fact. So, in view of this particular fact, I would like to let you know that India still needs to keep a close check on its vital parameters, on its vital economic parameters. So, I, Kunal Nagpal, am feeling immensely pleased to welcome you back to this great forum, Nagpal Economic Academia, which is basically meant for the economic enthusiasts and for the scholars who wish to embrace their overall knowledge set with their overall skill set pertaining to the knowledge of the pestle analysis of the Indian economy in view of the overall global scenario. So, my dear friends, I would like to let you know that the Indian economy basically needs to watch the foreign direct investment data quite closely and continue to take the measures to basically facilitate the FDI inflows. The last mile infrastructure issues, labor availability, and the measures to facilitate large capacity creation will actually be needed for overall enhancement. This particular policy space may actually need India's increasing attention in the coming months and years, as per the latest economic report by the leading economist. So, my dear guys, as I have correctly stated, that the Indian economy can't actually afford to rest on the laurels as per our respected finance minister, Dr. Nirmala Sitharamanji. The Indian economy actually appears to grow more durably than ever before. However, a host of external factors, as I have just stated, currently pose a threat to the country's overall growth momentum. India appears poised to sustain its growth in a more durable way than ever before. Nonetheless, it is no time to rest on the laurels nor risk diluting the painstakingly and consciously achieved economic stability. So, if we are patient, mind you, if we are patient, the rising tide will lift all the boats as it has begun to, and India will continue to acting as the lighthouse for the entire global economy. So, my dear friends, continuing its pitch for the durable growth, the ministry said that the investments in the supply side infrastructure by the government actually mean that there is a big potential. There is a big potential for India to see the sustained economic growth longer than it has ever been able to in several decades. What a great victory it symbolizes. If India capitalizes on this particular point, no one can stop India to becoming the master leader for the entire globe. So, that said, the external factors like the escalation of the geopolitical stress, which is quite evident, enhanced volatility in the global financial systems, sharp price correction in the global stock markets, El Nino, and modest trade activity and FDI inflows are likely to constrain India's pace of economic growth in the ongoing fiscal, it added. I repeat, the external factors like escalation of geopolitical stress, enhanced volatility in the global financial systems, sharp price correction in the global stock markets, El Nino, and modest trade activity and FDI inflows are likely to constrain India's pace of economic growth. So these are actually the ongoing challenges in the current fiscal year. So India needs to pay a thorough attention on these parameters, on these aspects to actually capitalize its overall strengths and hence work on its weaknesses so that these challenges also become the lucrative opportunities for India in the near future. Furthermore, the ministry notes that the external demand worked in favor of Indian economy until the quarter one of the financial year 2023, after which it fell considerably as the central banks across the globe began their monetary tightening process to actually curb the rampant inflation, which all of us are quite aware of. The rapid drive which was going on, which has been going on since ages, since several months, to actually control the inflation across the globe. So this in effect has actually impacted the merchandise exports. India also benefited from the decline in the global commodity prices, as it reduced the cost of the country's imports, which remained high throughout the fiscal 2023. So, my dear friends, on what is working for the Indian economy in particular, the ministry said that it sees the strength in India's domestic demand. The ministry said that the Indian economy has actually carried the momentum for the fiscal year 2023 into the current fiscal year. So, this actually shows that India's rural demand is also on the path to recovery. The FMCG volume sales in the rural areas turned positive in the last quarter of the fiscal year, signaling a turnaround in the rural demand scenario. So, my dear friends, this has to be noted that India's overall demand scenario is showing very, very positive signs, and still there is a scope for India to actually keep moving ahead in the entire global economy. Keeping in view the challenges pointed out in our session, if we pay thorough attention to those challenges, no one can stop India to keep marching ahead with great laurels. So that's all for the day, my dear friends. I hope this session has been able to enhance your overall knowledge set and skill set pertaining to the current affairs knowledge of the Indian economy. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.